What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the stable. We have round 10 ins and outs a little bit later tonight, so we're going to have to speed run through this one or jump straight in. Obviously, we got the Brisbane Lions with Geelong. That game is happening already, so we knew about the teams. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Obviously, there's one that a lot of people jumped on. I do want to mention Joyce. People jumped on him. Yeah, if you had a little bit of knowledge in the game and you watched our live, you would have understood that Jack specifically said to stay away from him. He was not going to last, and sure enough, he is out. The big, massive one here, guys, is Zorko managed. Marshall comes in. Marshall gets his first crack at it, really. Zorko managed. That means you can wait another week, really, for Dane Zorko. I know he's dropping in price. Probably could drop a little bit lower. That's huge for the Lions' perspective. Strange one managed. I'm not sure. Maybe he's carrying something. But nothing really too massive for the Supercoach terms. Maybe Mitchell Edwards get another crack at it for the Cats. But moving on, Swans versus Collingwood. Collingwood have a boat ton of people out. My boys, the Pies. Supercoach perspective, Joyce is back. I flicked him out already. I didn't think he was going to just be a one-weeker, but he was losing money anyway. He's probably going to have a good game against the Pies because, like I said, we are down. McCartan's back, but what the good thing is about this is that Edwards is still in, guys. So that's huge. If people have jumped on Edwards, McCartan's back and he's still in. So that's real big positive news. Charlie West, first crack at it. I think he's 119,000. Keep your eye on him if he has a good run at it. Maybe he can work his way into the side. Buller is not exactly a lock for the Pies. So if Charlie West comes in and kicks a boat ton of goals, then fair enough. Brady Grundy is probably going to have an absolute field day in this game because Darcy Cameron is injured. So Steen is solo rocking against Brody Grundy. This is big news, especially for the Super. You could potentially look at a big score there for the big Brody. And like I said, William Edwards is next to McCartan, so that's really big signs for him. Keep an eye on William Edwards over these next couple of weeks. He could be one you want to downgrade from, particularly from like Todd Marshall. If you're trying to get him out and you haven't already, that could be a little good downgrade option, particularly because he's playing. In terms of Pies, obviously Pendle's managed, we know that. Dacos is going to get a tag from Jordan. So it's not going to be a good week for Nick. Let's just find out, where is Jordan? Jordan. There he is, James Jordan. Yeah, look, he's going to be straight to Nick. So it's going to be a bad week again for Nick. So next week, you would imagine Nick is going to be the person that everybody goes to. Moving on to the Coast versus Port, and this is the big news. Radaglia is in because Sava instead of Toddy Marshall. So Todd Marshall, guys, I don't know. I think we all got to move on from him. He's just not going to be consistent enough. If you still got him in, I've still got him somehow, reluctantly. But he will have to be moved on. I just couldn't do it this week. I needed some other things to get done. But it's not looking like he's going to play much more games of footy. Matt Rowell is back. Keep an eye on him because he's such a big, high primo. I mean, I'm pretty sure his break-even is monstrous. So, keep an eye on Matt Rowell. He could be a fallen primo within a couple of weeks. Zeke Hewland's back. Hasn't really hit the ground running, but if he can get back into the side, maybe he can get some things going. For Port, nobody else. I think somehow Watkins again has made it to the interchange. Unbelievable. Just when you think he's going to be dropped, he somehow makes it. But yeah, like we said, no Todd Marshall. So we just gotta move him on. I know he's there in an emergency, but he won't be playing, guys. He's listed, but yeah, he's not going to play. It's as simple as that. Adelaide versus North. And there was news around the camp that potentially McAndrew was going to be out, but that's good signs that he's not for anybody that's still got him, and unchanged for North Melbourne. So they're going full smoke. They're going in for it. So nothing to talk about there. Melbourne versus the Hawks. Got some big outs for the Hawks, and just in terms of like general outs, not in terms of super. You got Gunston, Nash, Barras. That's not a good three to have out. And against Melbourne, who are in form. So this will be probably a really tricky game. Cal Shadir comes in. Henry Housewaite, the guy on everybody's Supercoach, the big loop for captain was Housewaite last year. He's in. So that'll be interesting to see how much he is to start off. But again, I can't trust the Hawthorn merry-go-round. I can't do it because I have Flynn Perez, and I thought he was a decent player. Just but he can't get back into the side, even though there's all these outs. He can't get in there. Caleb Windsor gone out with the injury, so that's tough for guys that still got him. I started off with him, but I already flicked him. Moses Wakefield didn't really make too much of an impression, so he is gone. Carlton versus Western Bulldogs. A couple of big ones here. So we got a new debutant, Jack Ison. I've actually got him in my squad. I put him in. Not because I think he's going to stay there long term. He's a sort of forward. I think forward slash. Well, he's a midfielder in Super, but I just put him there just purely for price. Lob's back in for the Bulldogs, so this is going to be interesting in terms of the defense and how much Bailey Dale and Butterick and stuff like that are going to get the footy now because they're adding another defender back into it. Lewis Emmett is coming for English. English just can't get over those head knocks. And everybody thought Lachlan Smith might have been the guy. No, it's Emmett. And I actually have Emmett in my emergency, so that's good for me. Sard's gone out injured, but everybody else remains unchanged for Carlton. Now, for Carlton, Jagger Smith is an interesting one because it's probably his best game last week, but that was full midfield. So we'll see where he plays, if he's half forward again or the midfield. Obviously, Lockie Jakes just can't break in. I've had to flick him because it looks like they're going for Selwood and Bustlinger instead of Jakes. And obviously, Butterick and Bailey Dale are pretty much locks. So I don't think Lockie Jakes is going to come back, so I've had to flick him. Moving on to the Bombers versus Freo. Setterfield's back in. That's interesting. Ben Mackay comes back after having a week off, probably just due to getting absolutely roasted. Zartis is back. I know some guys still have him. If you do, you'd be happy. Caldwell is back in for Freo. Scary. I know a lot of people jumped on him earlier. I don't know if anybody still has him. O'Driscoll, he was supposed to be a superstar last year, but never really managed it. Oscar McDonald, Banfield, Davies out. Alex Pearce is injured. Didn't know that. Hayden Young is injured again. I didn't see much of it last week, guys. Sorry if this isn't known, news. This has already been around, but if you have him in your side, you got to be pissed off because he's just in and out more like anybody's business. That in terms of Super, that's got to be frustrating there. That's why you can't go to Hayden Young. You just can't trust it long term. So we go Saints versus the Tigers. Sammy Grills is back on for the Tigers. Samson Ryan, Fawcett. A lot of people have Fawcett. I've seen him in some teams. McAuliffe is injured. That's a tough one. He was starting to break out this year. But again, just can't trust the injury. He just always gets injured. Hasty, Banfield, Higgins. Let's just have a look for the Saints. I wanted to see. So I've still got Carroll. He's still in. Obviously, this is an extended one because it's on Sunday. Liam Henry's there. A few people. Jack was pretty keen on Liam Henry. I just want to see who they're going to play at the back line or the midfield sort of role instead of Naz. And obviously they've got... Oh, Wilkie's in. Oh, I thought Wilkie was out. So Wilkie's in. Okay. Well, that's a keep your eyes peeled for Wilkie because his break-even's going to be huge anyway. But he's in, so he's not going to miss many games. So keep your eyes peeled for Wilkie. That's huge. Moving on, final game of the round, West Coast versus the Giants. They've brought a whole boat ton of people in West Coast. I swear I see these names quite religiously. Matt Flynn's back in. Cupidov Titler, he's back out. Managed. Look, everybody had high hopes for him. He just hasn't really hit it. Harrison Oliver is a new player. What is he? He's a defender. Keep your eyes on that. That could be an option, depending on how he goes. GWS aren't short of defenders. Angwin, Callum Brown back in. And if we look at just how GWS are going to set up, you see that, and what I'm trying to look for here, Ash is not. Ash is listed as a follower, so he's playing midfield. He's playing midfield, which means Lockie Whitfield really is the guy now you want to have down back because it's pretty much going to strictly be his. So that's interesting. That about wraps it up, guys. Just a quick one for the ins and outs this week. Wanted to pump it out. Got some things to do. But, how you feeling? Is there some people that will let you down? Let us know comments below if you've avoided some of the massive outs or if you've got caught. I think a lot of people will get caught with Joyce, but we'll see how everything goes. Anyway, that about wraps up, guys, here from the stable. This is Tommy. And I'll be doing some more videos over the weekend, Monday, obviously, and then Tuesday live. So keep out for it. And as usual, guys, we'll see you on the next one.